Good evening. Welcome, everyone. It's Tips Tuesday or Technique Tuesday, whichever you prefer. My name is Jean Ducro, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and my group is called Card Creating with Jean. And if you're finding me for the first time, please hit the follow button, and you'll be notified whenever I'm going live. I normally go live on Tuesday evenings at 6 o'clock Central Time, and on Sunday night at 6:30 Central Time. So we usually make a couple cards. Sometimes I do 3. Sometimes I only do 1, depending on how extensive they are. So if you comment, you will be included in the drawing for one of the cards that I make tonight, and we will do that drawing on Sunday night. If you are watching this video via YouTube, you can always catch it live at those times on Facebook, and it's Card Creating with Jean on Facebook as well. If you are wanting to recreate one of the patterns that I used for one of the demonstrations, you can always click onto the YouTube page, Card Creating with Jean, and find those videos there forever. Facebook takes them off after 1 month. So they must have had a lot of people putting videos on, and it was just getting to be too much that they decided to start taking them off in a month. So that's where you can look on my site there. So I had a wonderful day today. The sun was out and the weather was nice. I was able to get out and take a little walk today. I had somebody come over that missed the card class on Sunday, and she got the projects and did some stamping, and it was nice to visit with her for a little bit before she left. So then I was able to head out the door quick for a walk, and I think it was probably at least an hour and a half long walk. Enjoying all the leaves popping out now of the branches, no longer little buds. I think by the weekend we will probably have everything green, so that will be wonderful to look at. So, and then I did do some work down in the craft room this morning, getting ready for tonight's live and making sure I had everything together. I got an order in yesterday. Most of it was things from the Last Chance list, which is unbelievable how many things are on the Last Chance list. And they are taking the things that are in the current catalog and putting them on the Last Chance list. I'm trying to get myself up here on my iPad. Where am I? Let me see. There we go. All right. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. You are the first one to pop on tonight, just like you were the other night. So most of the things I got were from the Last Chance list, and I did get the product of the month, and you will see that in just a little bit, because I think we're going to incorporate it into one of the cards that we're making tonight. And everything else was scrapbook related, so you will maybe be seeing some of the pages used for that when I show you the finished scrapbook when I get that done. And I really need to work more diligently on it, so got a really good start. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome. So I am ready to turn the camera down, actually. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. That means so much to me, and it really helps a lot. So let's turn the camera down and get started on part 2 of Silly Old Bear. And I've got my table set up so high that I can't even see the top of my... I gotta bring this down. Here we go. There. So I'm gonna have to wait for this to catch up so I can see if I'm getting it all in. I need to move my light over a little bit. to make sure I get it all. Well, that looks like it's too far. Let's see. Well, that's not too bad. Okay. So if you decide you want to order, here is the link to my store. I really appreciate it when you order from me. And any orders over $50, I do give you a little something, mail it to you, or if I see you, I give it to you. So anyway, let's get started. So we're going to do a couple of fun folds tonight. I love fun folds. And let me get my basket up here. This is the product of the month. It is a super die. And we are going to use that for our card. Let me see. I can't remember if I got all my stamps together. I think I had some of them that were in the that I was using in the class that I was doing today. So we are starting out. Got quite the pile of paper here. That's why. Okay, let me flip it over. Get it in the right order. All right, our cardstock is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then we are going to score it one more time at 2 1/8. That does not look straight. Let me get my glasses on. Ouch. I tell you, I have got one sore glute. No matter how much stretching I do, it just does not want to give it up. And when I'm standing here, I can really feel it. Okay, it's going to be an easel card that we are going to make. So that's our base. We've got our cute little bear, and then we've got, oh, that's what I've got to find, the dies. Right behind me. We are going to cut, we're going to use these tonight where we use the dies to cut them out. I think it might be this one. It is. All right. Let me get this arranged right, and I'll pop it through the die cutting machine. I'm going to put a little piece of tape on there just to make sure that it doesn't get away from me. And let me see. I think it's this one for the second one. I'll take a guess. A guess, and by golly. So those are the Sweet Words and Labels dies that I think are absolutely wonderful. Okay. Well, Jean, it's really works so much better when you put the die on the right direction. I'm glad I noticed that. I'm like, why does that look funny on there? Because the funny person lined it up wrong. Okay. Oop. This is like putting glue on and then you go to rub it in and the whole thing slides. Okay, now let's get this right. Okay. Got a bunch of little dots on there from using this. go. That looks pretty good. And then I took the second to the smallest die from Stylish Shapes and cut that out. And put it back in the box so I don't lose it. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing here. Hang on. Alright, I've got 2 pieces of cardstock here that are going to go behind this. And I'm going to use this die to cut out this. The trick to this that I have discovered is, number one, you want to take a dryer sheet because this is so intricate. You don't want to end up with having to try to peel it off. And we still might have to a little bit. But it does definitely help to take a dryer sheet and just kind of go over it. It's worth the effort, let me tell you. The one that I made, I didn't have this die yet, and I ended up just using an embossing folder. I'm going to line up this top edge with the top flowers here so that it's a little bit easier to grab off. The ones that are partial will, well, you'll see when I go to bring this up. So let's put this through. I have to kind of put it on a little bit of an angle, otherwise it will do a lot of crunching when it goes through. It's a tight die. See if I can get it through. Here we go. And if you're using the two-sided paper, the light and the dark, you may have to put a shim of another piece of paper in there when you run it through. So there you have it. This is where this trusty foam and the take your pick with the brush on it really comes in handy. It will get rid of all those little spots that you'd be standing there picking out. That looks pretty good. Yes, it does. And I just kind of whack it on the side of my waste paper basket. That's pretty good. Just a couple pieces left. Then I'm going to take my other take your pick tool. I'm done with this one. And I'm just going to kind of lift it up here. Takes just a little bit. Well, let's get the take your pick tool. It is a little tricky. Once you can get it started, you can peel it off, but it's just, see, these guys want to just pop off and not stay attached. Okay. This is a larger piece of paper than what I tried putting through earlier. Just want to loosen up. It does not have little dots in between. I think that was probably not a good idea. They should have had, I see I've got a couple of them here that didn't pop through, to try to help it get off the die. And I've noticed that there's been a few people that have written about it, having some issues with it. And some of them, I think, were trying to use that two-tone paper. That's the right term. And come on. There we go. And nothing's left behind, I don't think. Nope, I don't see anything. And there we have it. And I think it just looks like lace when it's done. Like I say, it's worth the effort. I got all these little dots left behind. Okay. So let's go ahead and glue these two together. I like that the green is going to pop through. Oop, there's a spot that didn't come out. There's so many little dots in here. I think that's it. Okay. So I'm just going to add some glue on these little tiny little dots because I don't think those are going to seep through. So just a little bit. And when I did this earlier this afternoon, or this morning, excuse me, I let it set up just a little bit before I put it on. And I don't know if you put a piece of wax paper in there between it when you run it through, if that would be any help. That I haven't tried. But that could also be maybe a possibility. There. Okay, I'm going to let that just set for a minute before I pop it on. So now I want to put Oh Brother on here, or Oh Bother, excuse me. And we're going to do that in the early espresso. Which I needed to grab from my class. Okay. We'll just put that on here. Like so. Oh, I hope I have some juice in here that I can clean that off with. Yep. Okay. That looks like it's set up enough. And this piece here is 3 7/8 by 3 1/4. This piece is 3 1/8 by 3 3/4. So this is just 1/8 of an inch larger. And I was just trying to find something, a size that would just be a little bit larger than this. Equal top and bottom if possible. And this can actually get glued down. Whoop. Try to center this one. come over a little bit. Okay. Then we are going to glue this to the a DSP that is the 1,000 Acre Woods, the opposite of this one with the trees on it. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. This one will be 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, so 1/8 of an inch larger. Yep, like so. So we'll put those two together. There we go. And then this is going to go on. Our little guys are going to be standing over here. All right, let's put this on. These guys I am going to pop up on some dimensionals. Hi Pam, hi Shar. Welcome. Welcome to the group. Poor Eeyore. And I think we're just going to put this up here, maybe with a little twine behind it. I've got some of the, what is that twine called? I can never remember. Linen thread. It's not twine, it's linen thread. We're just going to do a single bow because we don't want it too thick. Let's see, I want to put this behind, so let's see what that looks like. Just want a little bit sticking out. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. I'll stick that on with a glue dot. I'm telling you, these cards come together so easily with this paper. There, cut a little of this off, give it a little haircut. Alright, then I'm going to put that up on dimensionals, but I think the small ones are going to be best. And I'm going to place the, excuse me, I got the hiccups, right on here. So I know I have them placed opposite of the little knot there. Now let's see, can we get this on here straight? Yes, we can. Okay, there is our front. We'll add some I think we'll put some of the brown on here. And these are, I'm sorry, I just keep wanting to just keep going, working. Earthy Matte Dots. I don't have them marked with a black dot on them, so I'm assuming they are still available. We're just going to put one down here, and we'll put two small ones up here. Oops. Flip over. Come on. Okay. I might use this for the next card as well. I placed an order yesterday and have it sent so that I should receive it in 2 days. The rest of the items that I wanted to order. So I'll have some new things to show you. Alright, so we're gluing this to this bottom panel here so that it will pop out, and you want to leave an edge around there that's equal on the 3 sides here, like it's been put on with a flat front without that extra jazz on there. Okay, and I'm just going to put the glue on here. No guessing on how much you need to put the glue on the card, how far up. When you do it this way, it just makes it a lot easier. And I'm just going to line this up, top and bottom, sides. There, that looks good. Now we need to do the inside. All right. For the inside, I have a piece of the crumb cake that is 5 1/4 by 4, and a piece of the very vanilla that is 5 by 3 3/4, and that's going to go on here. But we're going to stamp it first, just to make sure that we get it correctly. And I don't have to flip the page over. We are going to go Here for You Always. I thought it was appropriate with the early espresso. I'm trying to remember where I got that one from. Here for You Always. I have it laying here. Well, that would have been smart, wouldn't it? Here it is. Friendly Foliage. Here for You Always. The one right on the front of my basket. Okay, now if you noticed on the dies, there are some leaves and acorns with this, and I took the one die that has the 2 leaves and I went ahead and cut them out, and I like the way they come out. They have the little slits in them for the veins. Alright, let's get this out. They aren't going to be together. They'll be separate leaves, right? Yeah. Well, let's try that again. There, that's a better spot to handle it. There. There we go. Okay. That way. I thought that maybe these would be good down here at the bottom for where the easel part is going to land, and we'll pop these up so they have some height to them. So first I'm going to glue this together. We'll see how this looks. Maybe I'll want to add a little critter on the inside. One of the other little characters. We'll have to see. A little edge there of my very vanilla that has a little notch on it. Alright. go down the side too. All right. So just a couple more little steps and we're done with card number 1. Yep, there we go. Slide my hand and the card went with it. Okay. So, have this standing up. We need them to go this way with that one. Maybe like that. All right. Dimensionals. All right, where did I put them? Oh, they're hiding underneath the dryer sheet. We're going to use the little ones. Maybe I should glue these two together. I think I will put a spot of glue. Yeah, probably off camera. Sorry about that. Put a little spot of glue on here. I'm kind of excited to use this in the fall with these cute leaves. I think it would be pretty to take your blending brush and brush a bunch of colors onto your paper and then cut them out with these. All right. So I'm going to put this one up here. Yeah, just to be extra covered, we're going to put there. Oop. Okay, bring it back up again. Right there. That's kind of cute. Flip it here. Whoops, that didn't work. There, so that you can see it a little bit better. Hi, Carol. Thanks, Kelly. Glad you like it. Hi, Pam. If I didn't say hello to you guys before, I get forgetful when I say the hellos. I think this one's kind of cute. All right, so card number 1 is done. Card number 2. And this is the same style fun fold, but we're doing it the opposite direction. So it's going to be folding this direction. And let's get all the goodies out here. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and it's at 2 3/4 to get your easel like so. All right, get our little guy out, and I've got a whole bunch of stamps in this one. Not sure if we're using them all. Can't remember. Okay, so I've got my little guy here that we're going to add to the front, and we've got Winnie the Pooh hanging onto a balloon, a big one. Oh, that's not the right one. Let's see. Let me. This one? Nope, that's why. Next one. Sad die. All right. gonna do it again, aren't I? Put the die on the wrong direction. This looks like a good spot. Okay, and run this through. There. Oops. Is that where I stick them? Let's see, what am I gonna... I have to grab the... Okay, here's the paper. So, on these, there are 2 sheets, 3, 6, 9, so 13 on each sheet. So you get 2 sheets of these. So that would make 13 cards. And we're going to mount this on here. For this one, I thought we would do a embossed background. And here are the 2 choices. One is the Stone and Vine, and the other, I would do it this direction, would be the Lovely Stripes. Which do you like? Hi, Lori. Welcome. To go with this. He's going to be mounted on the DSP that's got the trees on it. If that might make a difference on what your choice is for the embossing. So either the Stone and Vine or the Lovely Stripes. Let me know. I will get it set up. Stripes. Okay. Carol says stripes. We will go with the stripes. This is such a pretty embossing folder. Love it. This one's nice too, but I like it because you can color it and do fun things with it. All right. I'm going to line it up with the line so that we don't have a crooked stripe on here. Okay, and it's going to go in the folded end first using the 1 and then the embossing folder and then the 4. Always makes so much racket. Okay. I like this one. It whoops, static. It has the little dots on each stripe. It's really neat. Neat-o. Okay, I don't think I gave you the measurements of this. I'm sorry. It's 2 7/8 by 4. And I just measured the die cut image, or actually the die cut, and wanted to just get something that was just a little bit larger on this one because I wanted to see more of the trees if possible, and this was such a large die. But I liked it. and I wanted to use it. So you do what you can, right? Glue. Come on. Ugh. What's nice about the lines is that you can line up the die. Yeah, it's got to go over just a smidge with the stripes so that it's straight. Okay, the DSP is 3 3/4 by 5, and then I have a piece of the hydrangea hue, and that one is 4 by 5 1/4. I wanted it to be 1/4 of an inch larger so that we can see the hydrangea hue. I wasn't looking for just a little slip of color. I wanted something a little more pronounced. And that will bring out the sky in the die cut image. Okay, let's put these two together. Oh. And then I've got this piece that's going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So this one is 1/8 of an inch larger, just to bring it back to the brown tones again. Boy, I'll tell you, when I first started making cards, and I bet you guys did the same thing. When you first started making cards, how many of you only used, like, the base? And you felt like you were really using a lot of cardstock if you added the DSP on top or an extra piece. And I suddenly can't get enough. Okay, so this one's going to go on here. Like so. So it'll have about 1/8 of an inch around. And let's get our guy on here. He's going to go on here. Let's get this off for just a second. Come here. If you guys talk to your paper, I do. I'm going to put extra on that to make sure that it adheres. Bring it down, and over. Yeah. Too far down. There, I think that, oh, there. Okay. Our little guy is running after him with the balloon. And I'm going to put him on with dimensionals. If you're worried about the little thread or string, you could always put a little touch of glue on the end and to glue it down if you wanted to. I'm going to bring him down here, like so. All right, we're getting there. I know there's a lot on this one. Let's see. I have to stop and think of what I did, or what I was thinking I was going to do. Let me see what I've got for the... I've got several things here. Oh, that goes on the inside. Oh, you know what? I think I'm missing something. Nope, I'm not. You deserve a little treat. No, that's not the one, I don't think. I was back and forth on this one. It never hurts to keep looking up. That's the one I want. You deserve a little treat goes on the inside. Okay, we are going to use this die cut from the same die cut set as these. And this just fits on here. Up and down, and let's get this straight. Okay. Get this out of here. All right, and again, I'm going to put a little bit of the linen thread behind it. I just like how easy these come together. We're going to put it this direction. That looks plenty big. Might need to stretch that a little bit. We are going to go on an angle on this one. This way or this way? Let's see. What did I do on this one? No. I guess I don't have a... I think we're going to go this way with it because he's down here. Makes it a little more even. That's... Has anybody bought plants yet for their yards? Let's see, I'm going to go this direction. I haven't even thought about it. Let's see. Nope, got to bring it down. But I think a number of the garden centers opened up last weekend. I know they did around here. Okay, we are going to... Yeah, I don't like that at all. I guess I should... All right. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? There. And maybe I'll bring that in a little bit on both sides. There. Yeah. Okay, now let's put some dimensionals. Wait till Mother's Day? Oh man, not me. I maybe don't get them in the ground right away, but I want a good selection. I used to go over to is it Ebert's? Is that the name of it? It's over in Exonia by Milwaukee. Love their stuff. Oh my gosh. It's like you walk in there and the colors are so fabulous. I used to do that every year on Mother's Day with my son. We would meet there when they lived in not Waukesha, the other W one. Not anyway, we would meet there and I'd buy my plants, and then we would go to a German restaurant in Oconomowoc and have Mother's Day brunch, or if we got there early enough. If not, yeah, no problem. Okay. Let's see. Nope, I'm too quick on that. This is what we want to do. I think I did that incorrectly. I think this was supposed to go on the inside. No, that's actually longer. Well, we'll figure it out. Do the same thing on this one, just the lower, so that it gives us the easel. I'm going to line this up because it's an 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, I'll buy plants and then I leave them outside under the big overhang, and if it's going to freeze, I'll bring them into the sunroom. There. I think that's going to do it. No, it's not. It's hanging down on one side. There. That'll do it. Okay. Okay. Now on the inside, I have a piece of very vanilla that is 4 inches by, this one's longer, by 7 inches, and I've scored it at 1.5. We are going to make this into a gift card holder. Is that right? Wait a second. Scored at 1.5. So this should be 5.5. It is, but I want it a little bit shorter. Let me lop off a little bit. I'd like it to be an 1/8 of an inch. So let's take that much off. I guess it was too early this morning when I was putting this one together. Okay, so that we will have, yep, a little edge all the way around. I have a piece of the DSP. I love this one. It's got the little Winnie the Pooh crawling up on a branch. This piece is 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, and let's see now. Is this going to fit? It is. It'll go inside just a little bit. All right, we're going to put that on here. And we're going to glue up just the outside edges of that little 1.5 inch flap. So you can either put money or a gift card in there. Okay. There. And then we'll just do this on each side. Coming down the home stretch. This one's got a little more to it. This is one of those, like I call, that I throw the kitchen sink at. Oh, I'm getting warm. I gotta take my sweater off. Okay. Yeah, I think that was, excuse me, it's supposed to go on the outside, but we're going to put it on the inside. And this is going to get stamped with the "You Deserve a Little Treat." No, that's not it. I'm sorry. I'm looking at what I've got sitting here. That "You Deserve a Little Treat" is going to go down here. This is the way it was. We're putting that on there. All right. And that's going to say, sometimes when you go looking for happiness, happiness finds you. I think this fits just, yes, it's absolutely right on the edge here. Here and here. And you don't want to go down below it because then it's going to sag down on the die. If you can see that, I'm sorry. Let me try that again. So if you put it down below those little notches, it would be down like that. I want it exactly even, so it's going to be right on the edge. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll have to try something else. I just sort of eyeballed it when I cut it out. And I didn't want to go too big because I didn't want to cover up so much of the DSP. Okay, well this helps doing it in a dark color. Because it's easier to line up. There. And that's going to go up there. As you see, I've got Pooh and Tigger and a little picnic. No, don't put that away yet, Jane. And we're going to glue Pooh and Picnic down here. And we'll stamp "You Deserve a Little Treat" right on the edge here. Do this first before I glue Pooh and Tigger down. No, that's not Tigger. Piglet. Piglet. I was thinking Tigger all day today. And that's the tiger. I ran my finger through the glue. Okay. Get you down here. Okay. We have one more stamp. And this one says happy birthday. And happy birthday is going to get tucked in right here. Okay, we got all the stamping done. Phew! That was a lot of stamping. Put that away. Now let's do a little gluing. Okay. We're just going to glue this straight down because this is the inside of the card. I don't think I've ever made such a fancy inside of a card. But I thought, oh, why not? You don't have a lot of places to sign except on this label, I would say. But this is fun. Okay, we got that. Let's bring our card back and glue this puppy inside. And I think we're going to add a couple of embellishments. I think. The little slot will hold it. Maybe we won't. Maybe we should put some on the front though. Look at that. Those match. I thought this, so this is cherry cobbler. What do you think? Should we be daring and put cherry cobbler on the front? Since that's what's on the balloon? Or should we go with just some brown here, here, and one other spot? Oh, you bought dahlia bulbs. Oh, I love dahlias, and I never had good luck growing them for some reason. So what do you think? Should we go with the cherry cobbler? Sure. Thank you. Okay. Well, let's do the two small ones up above. Come here. All right, let's go the other end. Someday. Okay, you turkey. I'm just gonna, I'll put them at the end of the line there. There, and I'll put the big one down below. Big one. Is it kind of dumb to put it on the balloon? Oh, come on. Quit fighting me. Oh, I think it looks kind of cute. I like these dots because they're flat on the top, so they don't stick up quite so far. Oops. Go in there. So that is our second card. I don't know what this was for. It's like taking a car apart, and when you put it back together, you got extra parts left over, right? I don't know why I put that in there. I will show you the one sample that I made, and that was this one. I think I was thinking of using this and cutting that on an angle, but then I had that as well. So this is the one that I made. It's got a few extra embellishments on it, but I think they're so cute. Oh, we didn't put any. Oh yeah, we did. What am I thinking? Get that one up. So which do you like better? I know this is really hard to see. This one or this one? I think I got them set. Well, they are kind of goofy, aren't they? I'm set that way. Here. I can do this. I'll use this to get it to tilt so you can see it a little better. How's that? It's kind of, sort of. Move them up so they tilt more. There. You like both? Thank you. I know they're too hard to choose. Guess what? If you win this one on Sunday night, you're going to be choosing one. So, anyway, I just thought these were really cute to make. Such a fun set. So easy with the DSP making it so easy to do. Okay, we'll put these down. And now we'll do the drawing for our cards we made on Sunday night. And I was on the ball and I got the list made so I didn't have to look back. Okay. Now I'm trying to remember. I don't know which order we did this in. I think this one was first. Oh. Goes my little piece of paper toweling. And this is the one that's and I did add Eeyore inside doing a headstand. I thought he was cute. Okay. Cross your fingers if you want one of these. Let's see which one is cut off. Who wins? I did move my phone over just a smidge. I think it's better than it usually is. Okay. It's Kelly Perpich. Kelly, you won tonight. Let me know which one I can mail to you. Yeah, I like that card layout. I do like easel cards. The only thing is, I don't know if you've ever had this issue. When you give a card that's in an easel, you always have to tell them that it stands up like so, and you have to show them. And then they're like, oh, because when they get it and they feel that funny, well, this one, how it folds, you know, and they're not quite sure how that goes. Yeah, congrats, Kelly. I don't know if maybe she's not still on. I don't know. If you are, let me know. And I will get that off to you in the mail. So, Carol, I have your thing in the bubble wrap bag. I just have to put the postage on it and send it. I didn't have time today. Today was really busy with meetings and what have you. So, but hopefully you'll get it within the next week. I never know how fast the mail service is going to be. But I've got yours, and I've got a couple of prayer shawls I'm mailing out. So I'll be making a trip someplace to drop them off once I get the postage on. So, with the blue. Okay. With the periwinkle. I will get that to you. There you go. All right. Only thing I can tell you is the 5th is coming fast, and I'm going to do a class on this Silly Old Bear, and it would include a set of the 12x12 DSP and the and ribbon. And I haven't decided which ribbon I'm going to get. I'm almost thinking that it's probably going to be the hydrangea hue. It's such a pretty color. I don't know. It's that or the I can never remember that gold color. Oh, and I put the thing in the wrong direction. Golden Glow. Since Pooh is that color, Golden Glow, there's a lot of that. We'll see. If you're interested, it would be $38 for in-person or porch pickup, and it would be an additional $7 if I'm mailing it to you. So then it would be $45. Just let me know. I want to order everything on the 5th because I'm so afraid they're going to run out of that paper. So I'd like to get the order in on the 5th. We're going to do the class on the 17th, I think. It's a Sunday. And the next class I'll do is going to be the one with the, what is that name? I got the paper here, and I got the Valley and Bloom. This set will be my next one, and that will probably be, in June. So, anyway, have a good night, and enjoy the rest of your week and this wonderful weather that we're having. And I will see you on Sunday night at 6:30. Thank you so very much for watching, and for those of you that shared, I really appreciate that. And we will see you on Sunday. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.